Hello, this is Engineer Joter Genesis Arpalad, no? Or Engineer Plumtree on Facebook and on TikTok. And highly requested guys na gumawa daw ako ng video nung pinost ko about superposition method. So, ang superposition method guys, it's one of the many deflection methods under the theory of structures, no? Ang daming methods ng deflection guys. You have your DIM, your conjugate, area moment, ang dami pa. Pero para sa akin guys, when it comes to the board exam, ang dali lang kasi ng loads. Kaya makakaya talaga ng superposition. So dapat, para sa akin dapat ma-master mo talaga yung superposition. But also, for backup, kailangan mo din ng mga other methods. Yung DIM, sa akin yung DIM at virtual work. Tsaka yung 3-moment equation. So, yung superposition method guys, it states that the slope or deflection of a point in a beam caused by two or more forces is equal to the sum of the slope or deflection that would have been caused by each force individually. So what does this mean ba? So let's say we have a cantilever beam here, no? Tapos there's a distributed load and a point load. Then kasi may external forces na tayo, yung beam natin is magde-deflect. So ganito yung deflection guys. Tapos kunwari kukunin natin yung maximum deflection or yung deflection at the free end. Ito yung deflection. Okay? In real life guys, yung deflection is ang liit lang yan because millimeters yan. Pero for discussion purposes, we have to exaggerate it. So from the superposition method, no, we can say na yung total deflection nito is just the deflection ng point load at the deflection ng uniformly distributed load. So, the slope or deflection of a point in a beam caused by two or more forces is equal to the sum of the slope or deflection that would have been caused by each force individually. Ganyan lang po yung superposition method, guys. Pero, ang problema kasi ng superposition method, ang daming formulas. Okay, let's see. What? Transition. So, as you can see guys, this is for cantilever and prop beam only. Hindi pa kasali dito yung simply supported tsaka yung fully restrained. Pero dito guys, yung minemorize ko lang is itong point load at the free end, itong point load at any point of the beam, itong uniformly distributed load, at itong moment. Yan lang yung minemorize ko for the cantilever or prop beam. Pero for this discussion, no, we're gonna talk about this formula, yung patotrela, no? With this patotrela, we can minimize the number of formulas that we're gonna memorize. Okay? Transition. So the power of patotrela. Let's say we have a cantilever beam, no? And may point load tayo at any point. Magde-deflect yan as stated from before, magde-deflect yung beam natin. Tapos, yung maximum deflection natin is andyan sa free end. And from the formula from kanina, yung deflection natin is patotrela, PA squared times 3L minus A over 6EI. Yung A natin guys, that is your distance from the fixed end papuntang load. Fixed end papuntang load yan guys. If nandito yung fixed end, then dito yung A. Okay? So, that is your A. Tapos yung kaliwa is B. Actually, dito na formula hindi yan magagamit. So, yung length natin is yung length ng beam. Tapos yung EI, that's your flexural rigidity, no? Flexural rigidity. I'm sure you all know that, no? Don't worry, given yan. If hindi given, then your deflection is in terms of over EI. Okay? So, this will be our main formula, no? Ito dapat yung imamaster natin. So, let's say we have a uniformly distributed load. Tapos, di ba, magdi-deflect yan. Ito yung deflection niya. Gamit pa rin yung patotrela na formula para makuha natin yung deflection nito. Ang gagawin natin, guys, is kukuha tayo ng vertical strip. kukuha tayo ng vertical strip dyan. Tapos, yung height niya is y and yung width niya is dx. Dx, so, ang liit lang na width niyan. Differential na siya. So, as you can see guys, kahit saan pa tayo kukuha ng vertical strip, no? Kahit saan tayo kukuha, constant lang yung height niya. Constant always yung height niya. So, we can say na yung y natin, which is yung load, itong p, ito yung y, pwede natin yan i-denote as w lang. Tapos, syempre, since may differential strip na tayo, magiging integral na siya. So, ganyan lang guys. W yung gamit natin. No? When it comes naman to triangular loads like ganito, no? Same effect, no? May deflection siya and same formula pa rin, patotrela. Pag kukuha tayo ng vertical strip, guys, kukuha tayo ng vertical strip dito. And pag kukuha tayo ng vertical strip dito, no? We can see na different na yung height niya. At any point of the beam, iba-iba na yung height niya. So, hindi na siya constant. Di na natin pwede sabihin na yung load natin is W lang. So, what we're gonna use is plot it dun sa mode 3, 2, which is yung linear. No? So, ang mangyayari dyan guys, i-integrate ulit natin kasi gumamit na tayo ng differential strip. Tapos, yung P, palitan natin ng A plus BX. Okay? So, yung Y natin, since yung height niya is different from each point of the beam, so dapat yung Y natin is naka in terms of X. Okay? Gets ba? So, this method guys, yung A plus BX, it works on any linear na loading. So, pwede hindi zero to, pwede hindi triangular, pwede trapezoidal. No? So, additional principles guys. If a load is before point of consideration, A is variable. So, if, let's say, no, kukuha tayo ng horizontal strip dito. No, not horizontal strip. Yung deflection dito. Kukuha tayo ng deflection dyan. As you can see guys, from this, papunta dito, no, that's before the load. Diba? This is before the load. So, dito po, A is variable. A is variable. No. From dito naman, if the load is after point of consideration, L is variable. So, dito, L is variable. You better understand that with our formulas later on now. Pero this is basically all you have to know with the power of patotrela. For uniformly distributed load, gagawin lang nating W yung P, tapos i-integrate natin for linear loads or triangular loads, trapezoidal loads, i-plot lang natin sa mode 3-2 para makakuha tayo ng formula, ng equation rather, na A plus BX, tapos i-integrate ulit natin. Tapos, depende sa yung point of consideration natin na kukunin ng deflection, yan yung gawin nating X. If the load is before, A yung variable. If the load is after, L is variable. So, let's proceed with our first example. For our first example, a 4-meter long cantilever beam is acted on by a force that varies uniformly from 3 kilonewton meters at the base to 54 kilonewton meter at the free end. Determine the maximum deflection. So, remember guys, yung deflection natin for linear loads, triangular loads, trapezoidal loads, is yung papalitan natin yung P ng A plus BX. Okay. So, since may loads na tayo dito guys, alam natin na magdi-deflect na yung beam. So, yung deflection niya is ganito. Tapos dito, again, for cantilever beams, always yung maximum deflection natin andyan sa free end. So, dyan yung max deflection natin. Okay? So, since gagawin nating integration, yung patotrela, kukuha tayo ng vertical strip. And the same with our discussion kanina, guys. Yung height natin at different points of the beam is iba-iba. Diba? If dito, sa base, 3, If dito sagad sa free end 54. And somewhere in the middle, iba-iba din yan. So we have to plot it sa mode 3.2. And pasensya guys, wala pa po kasi akong emulator, no? So I want you all to use your calculator and sabay lang po kayo. So sa mode 3.2 po, ang makikita nyo dyan is X, Y. Tapos if naka-turn on yung frequency nyo, may makikita din kayo dyan. Pero you don't need that for this. At X equals 0, yung Y natin or yung height natin is 3. So yan yung input natin. At X equals 4, yung height natin is 54. So yan yung input natin. Okay? Tapos gusto kong gagawin nyo guys, is AC or CA. Tapos punta kayo sa apps 8.1. Tapos lalabas dyan yung value ng A. Tapos punta kayo sa apps 8.2, lalabas dyan yung value ng B. Yung mga values niyan guys, store nyo sa A at sa B. No? Kasi yung makukuha nating equation dyan is Y equals A plus BX. No? So yung Y natin, yung vertical strip height natin, is naka in terms of X na. So pwede na natin gamitin yung formula natin na patotrela. Okay? So let's calculate na using the patotrela. Again, this is your base formula. And we're gonna input no, yung P natin, gawin natin A plus BX. Tapos, remember the additional principle, guys. Since dito, yung deflection natin at the free end, yung load na ginamit natin is before our point of consideration. Since before siya, yung variable natin is yung A. So, yung A, papalitan natin ng X, di ba? Yung A, papalitan natin ng X. Yung L is constant, which is 4 meters. No? So, yung lower limit natin and upper limit is yan lang yung sa loads. So, since yung load natin nag-start from X equals 0 hanggang X equals 4, so yung lower limit and upper limit natin is 0 and 4. So, if you calculate that, guys, pwede nyo na to di pansinin kasi di naman yan ma-input sa calculator. Ang makukuha nyo is 1292.8 over EI. So this is what I mean pag hindi given yung EI. Naka in terms of over EI yung deflection natin. Okay, let's have another example, no? And ngayon, let's answer a prop beam problem. So a 5-meter prop beam is subjected to the forces shown. Determine the reaction at B. So prop beam na to guys, no? So yung deflection natin is hindi na kagaya nung sa cantilever. Yung deflection natin is something like this na. Okay? So as you can see guys, at B, yung deflection niya dito, magiging 0 na. Kasi may support na eh. Prop beam na siya. May roller support na. So yung deflection niya dyan, at NB, 0 na. You better understand that when we continue on with the solution. No? So again, remember na yung for linear loads, triangular loads, trapezoidal loads, yung P is papalitan lang natin ng A plus BX. And again, since gagamit na tayo ng integration, kukuha tayo ng vertical strip. And since triangular load to, yung height ng vertical strip at any point of the beam is different. So dapat in terms natin siya as X by using mode 3.2. So the same like kanina, at X equals 0, yung Y natin or yung height is 40. And then X equals 3, which is dyan lang yung load, 0 na yung height niya. Kasi triangular load to. So again, press CA, then go to apps 8.1 and store the value to A. Then AC again or CA, go to apps 8.2 and store the value to B. Para yung makuha natin is equals to Y equals A plus BX. So naka in terms of A plus BX na yung triangular load natin. So next, we have to determine the equations. Kasi dalawa na yung loads natin dito guys, technically. Kasi may reaction na tayo at D, no? So first, let's look at the triangular load, no? Again, superposition beam, yung deflection at any point of the beam is just the resultant deflection of the effects of each force individually. So, yung tingnan natin muna is yung triangular load. So, imagine muna guys na wala na yung roller support dito. So, cantilever beam na siya, di ba? So, yung deflection niya is pag ganito na. Pag ganyan na. So, may deflection na tayo dyan. No? May deflection na. So, yung kukunin natin na deflection is basically at the free end. So, gagamitin natin na formula is ito lang, patutrela na A plus BX. So, yung T natin, papalitan natin ng A plus BX, yung stenor natin na A at B. Tapos, as you can see guys, again, from our additional principles, yung point of consideration natin is andito. Tapos, yung loads natin is nasa left niya, before niya. So, yung variable natin is yung A. So, gawin nating X, yung A. Tapos, yung L natin is constant, which is 5 meters. No? Tapos, yung lower and upper limit natin, again guys, sa load yan. So, yung lower limit natin is at x equals 0. Tapos, yung upper limit natin is at x equals 3. Okay? So, if you calculate that, guys, hindi pa di ay. Hindi pa. Later na. So, as you can see, another load, no? Yung point load or yung reaction ng B. So, imagine guys na wala tong support. Imagine lang na wala tong support. Papalitan natin siya ng point load. Tapos, sanay kasi tayo na yung load is downward. So, gaganyanin nyo yung ulo nyo guys. Tapos, makita nyo, uy, basic lang pala to. Point load at the free end lang pala to ng cantilever beam. So, ang basic, pwede lang yan PL cube over 3EI. Pero since yung discussion natin is about patotrela, we have to input it in patotrela. And since point load na yan guys, hindi na natin kailangan mag-integrate. So yung T natin is RB, yung A, pag patotrela yung gamit natin guys, yung A is basically just the L, the length. So yung A maging 5, yung L maging 5. So that's your equation 2. This is your equation 1, and this is your equation 2. No. And as you can see guys, no, if ito yung load natin, yung deflection is paganto. Paganto na yung deflection natin. So, opposite na siya. Opposite na siya nung unang deflection diagram natin. And basing dito na figure, basing dito na deflection diagram, we know, di ba, na yung deflection at B is equal to 0. So, dapat yung deflection ng triangular load natin and yung deflection ng reaction natin is equal para maging 0. No? So, if we equate the equations, dapat yung first equation natin, if we minus natin sa second equations, magiging 0 yan, which is yung deflection natin at B. Or pwede din na gawin lang nating equals yan. Pwede natin gawing equals tas hindi na natin to pansinin. No. So, since equal yan, pwede nating i-cancel yung flexural rigidity dito. Tapos, I want you all to calculate this muna, guys. Calculate muna dito. Tas, store it to maybe C. Store it to C. Tapos, pag store mo ng C, input mo ulit. Tapos, i-equate mo dito and shift solve to get RB. Tapos, yung makukuha nyong RB is 4.752 kilonewton. So, ganyan lang, guys. Pagkuha ng yung superposition method, magagamit nyo yan para pagkuha ng reaction ng prop beam. Pagkuha ng reaction, if nakuha mo na yung reaction ng roller support sa prop beam, then makukuha na muna yung mga reactions ng fixed support. So, determinate na siya. So, isa yan sa power ng superposition method. For last example, no, we're gonna be answering another prop beam. Pero dito talaga maa-apply natin yung additional principle na dinidiscuss ko. So, let me read the problem. A beam having a span of 4 meters is supported by a spring 1 meter from the right end, which has a spring constant of 60,000 Newton per meter. The beam carries a uniform load of 800 Newton per meter. Use EI equals 600,000 Newton meter square and determine the reaction of the spring. So, from this load, guys, may spring at B. From this beam, rather, may spring at B. Tapos, may reaction yan. Tapos, since spring kasi yan, guys, nagko-compress yan, di ba? Nagko-compress yan. So, yung deflection natin is something like this. So, may deflection tayo dyan. No. May deflection tayo kasi spring yan. Hindi yan rigid unlike roller and roller and pin support. Spring yan, so may compression. So, remember, for uniformly distributed load, ito yung deflection formula natin na patutrela. So, basically, yung P is papalitan lang natin ng W, which is yung 800, no? So, since uniformly distributed load na to, guys, hindi na natin kailangan in terms of X pa. Kasi, yung vertical strip natin dito is constant all throughout all throughout any point of the beam, no? So, yung W natin is just 800. So, let's determine muna the equations, no? Again, superposition. So, we're gonna break each force individually, no? So, for our first loading, which is a uniformly distributed load, as you can see, guys, if wala tong spring dito, imagine wala tong spring dito, yung deflection natin is ganito. So, yung kukunin natin na deflection is dito, no? Tapos, from our additional principle, this is where we apply both additional principles, no? Dito, let me use a different color. Dito, yung point of consideration natin. So, may load tayo before. May load tayo before the point of consideration and may load tayo after the point of consideration. So, yung gagawin natin, guys, for our deflection equation, yung una natin i-consider is yung before. So, sa before, since again, ito lang yung gagamitin natin, yung P is just W. So, yan, 800. Tapos, since before siya, sa point of consideration, yung variable natin is yung A. So, yung A, yung gagawin nating X. Tapos, yung L is constant. No. So, 3 meters yung L. Tapos, yung lower and upper limit is from 0 to 3 lang. Kasi yan lang yung kinoconsider natin na loading. Tapos, plus tayo. Plus, since same lang man sila downward. Sa second equation, yung W natin A ulit. Pero since after na siya ng point of consideration, yung variable natin is yung L na. So, yung L na yung papalitan natin ng X. Tapos, yung A natin is constant na. Ito yung A always, yung 3. Diyan hanggang sa point of consideration. Tapos, i-calculate nyo lang yan, guys. Yung EI, I want you to store this to E. Store nyo yan to E. Tapos, input lang to. Ang makukuha nyong deflection is 0.0285 meters. So, that is the deflection dito at B due to the uniformly distributed load. No? So, next, let's look at the point load, upward point load, which is yung RB. And, syempre, mas madali lang to, no? Since yung deflection niya is paganto. So, yung kukunin nating deflection is ito. Point load lang yan at any point of a beam. So, direct patutrela lang. So, sa patutrela, yung RB is yung P. Tapos, again, sa patutrela kasi guys, especially sa ganito, if yung may point load, tapos cantilever may point load at any point. Yung length lang na i-consider natin is hanggang dyan lang sa load. Hindi na natin to kailangan i-consider. So, pwede na natin yan i-eliminate. Kaya, yung L ko dito is 3 din. So, pwede din actually gamitin nyo dito yung PL cube over 3EI. Ganyan yan always, guys, kapag yung kinuha nyong deflection is dun sa point ng point load. No? So, if dito yung kukunin mo, syempre, you have to consider both the beam. Pero kasi yung kinoconsider natin is yung point ng point load. So, hanggang dyan lang yung analysis natin. Kaya yung gagawin nating L is 3 lang. Hindi natin gagawing 4. Okay? Sana gets nyo guys, no? And next, gusto ko tingnan nyo yung spring, guys. Sabi ko, yung spring, nagko-compress yan. nagko-compress. So, may deflection yan. Tapos, basing nitong diagram, no, dapat yung deflection yan, guys. Yan dapat yung sagot pag in-add mo tong dalawang deflection. Siyempre, negative to. Kasi pataas yung deflection niya. So, dapat yung deflection deflection equation natin is itong deflection ng uniformly distributed load minus itong deflection ng reaction at B. Yan yung deflection ng spring dapat. At alam natin na yung deflection of a spring is F over K. So, gagawin lang natin yan RB over 60,000. So, if equate natin yung equations, ganito to guys. Yung first deflection, yung deflection ng uniformly distributed load, minus yung deflection ng reaction at B, should be equal ng deflection ng spring. Kasi yan yung deflection natin. 'Di ba? Dapat, pag i-minus mo to, dapat yung resultant ng forces nito as stated nung meaning ng superposition is equal to the resultant. Yung deflection nito is equal to the resultant of these two. So, ganyan lang guys. Tapos, again, ito E lang to guys. Gawin lang nating E ito. Tapos, shift solve lang. Shift solve, tapos makuha mo na yung answer. So, yung reaction at B is 900 newtons. So, isa din to sa power ng patutrela, guys. And I'm hoping no na guess nyo talaga itong principle ng before and after loading. Kasi super important yan, guys. Baka may ma-encounter kayo in the future na ganyan, no? Pero yung board exam talaga, guys, mabait naman si Ma'am Praxi. So, baka hindi na. Pero, much better pa rin talaga if gets na. So, that's it, no? Follow and subscribe lang. We'll be posting more videos in the future and I'll be having an announcement then doon sa Facebook and TikTok ko. So, make sure to follow there. And yeah, that's it. See you in the next video.